This is Machuga Nyariego TV talk show where we analyze socio-economic and political issues as well as governance on our people. Right from the village to the international arena. Today, I want us to focus on William Ruto 2024 Pack 2. William Ruto 2022. That is, there is a much difference between the William Ruto 2024 and the William Ruto 2022. This is in relation to conceding to the call by the Kenyan people to do away with the Finance Bill 2024. Kindly, if you are watching this channel for the first time, subscribe to it so that whenever we produce a similar video, YouTube will automatically notify you. And for our resident subscribers, thank you so much, and continue watching and sharing. Sometimes liking and even commenting on the comment section. Back to our topic. In a few weeks and days, the young people, the Kenyan community, has been complaining of a finance bill proposal that was perceived to be very punitive because of the tax measures that had been put into it. And this was turned the entire republic to turn into demonstrations opposing the passing of the finance bill. However, it was successfully passed by members of parliament in the National Assembly. Soon after that, the members of the public, led by the Gen Z group or movement, invaded parliament and destroyed whatever they saw or was between or across them. And because of that, several people were injured and others passed away. Today, the government of Kenya, led by William Ruto and his party, considered to withdraw in totality the finance bill. What does it mean? As William Ruto finally come back to his senses, in a novel that is The Mine Boy by Peter Abrams, we have one character by the name Johannes. Johannes drank and Johannes sober were two different people. Johannes drank was more talkative, more of doing lots of things. And Johannes sober, just as the word suggests, was shy and more attentive. Now, when I talk of Johannes drunk and Johannes sober, this was one person, but different people with different behaviors at different situations. I can liken it to what is happening or has been happening in Kenya since the year 2022. In the year 2022, William Ruto was the William Ruto sober. In the year 2024 was the William Ruto drunk. In this case, I don't mean that drunk by taking a changa or anything else, but drunk by bar. So, the William Ruto of 2022 is the person whom most people associated with. That is because the William Ruto 2022 was caring, reasoning, attentive, promising, and many other good characters that you could give him. The William Ruto 2024 is the one who doesn't reason, uncaring, authoritative, and many other negative words that can be associated to him. The reason as to why the William Ruto of 2024 was like that, no one knows. But they say, Niccolo Machiavelli says that there's a time to be a fox and a time to be a lion. However, the situation in Kenya cannot be applicable by the sayings or the quotes of Machiavelli because of the obvious reasons. A good number of people are educated. A very good number of the youthful people are educated, walking naked from one street to another with envelopes, they have spent much of their time at the various cybers looking for employment. And then, because of the several reasons that we have seen, because of the William Ruto or the UDA 2024 or the Kenya Kwanza 2024, which is different from the Kenya Kwanza 2022, have done, they have caused all that has happened. The William Ruto 2022 was that who had a value for independent institutions, respect for human rights, respect for checks and balances of institutions, a reasoning man. But today what made me happy is when the William Ruto 2024 decided to go back to the William Ruto 2022. This means, and the key word, I only came out from his wrong speech, I only came out with the two key words. The first one, I will be proposing. And the second one, I look into the matters of corruption. And those are the main key words that are bringing lots of troubles that we are experiencing in our republic today. If you look at the issue of much of the arrogant 2024 finance bill that has been thrown out, one can argue that it was a proposal, a self-discussion, a self-passage, and a self-passing without the input of key stakeholders who are more than 75% of this republic. And whereas the deputy president fully puts blame on the intelligence, much blame also goes to the members of parliament. The members of parliament are supposed to be public properties, but once they got into their political positions, they became private properties. Their phone numbers became private properties until they were released the other day and no one wanted to save them. I'm very sure no one saved them, because in the last 1.5 months, no one has been picking their calls. So they were just maybe messaging them and doing away with the numbers. But now that, now that Kenya is heading to the direction that most of the people want most of the time, that they have never reached, and you have agreed that that should be the way. Put down your proposals, allow these young people to come up with what ought to be done. These young people are very innovative. They are very innovative. What your old men can use 20 million to achieve and create employment for only 20 people, using 20 million, creating employment for 20 people, these young people can build on the same thing using 2 million, employing 50 people. Comparative advantage. That should be the way in which all of us can benefit. Tell your people to be eligible. Tell them to be the 2022 aspirants of UDA and Kenya Kwanza, whom people knew. They are fighting people whom they don't know. You see, when these people are demonstrating, they are fighting because they are seeing them as foreigners, not the people whom they negotiated with. You have done something that is very recommendable. Throw the budget, the finance bill away, and make sure it is spent, so that we begin afresh. I saw those members of parliament, when there was a question raised to you that about the development, they wanted to suggest in their body languages and even murmuring that there is not going to be any development because there is no finance bill, or what was expected to be passed has not seen the light. Kenya has got sufficient money Just go to the next topic that you talked about, fighting corruption. Go to the next stage of fighting corruption. You will have sufficient money to fund all your projects as you wanted in this financial year. You will be able to fund the projects. The problem with the projects, apart from housing that that may show some kind of employment, in other departments they are a blank. No efforts to create employment opportunities. That's why you should bring these young people in and get their views on how they will survive. Surviving in Kenya has become extremely very difficult. Personally, I don't have issues with the government, more especially you as head of state traveling abroad. It is in order. The problem comes when you return back without negotiating on bilateral and meaningful information between people and people. Not just state and state, people and people, whereby people can move from Kenya to USA without much impediments, troubles. But for now, we pray for our country. We pray that your people softens the heart and do what is rightful. Do a representation of the people of Kenya. Give proper advice. Stand firm when they are advising you. Even if you may be so harsh, they have to stand firm and tell you this is the right thing. And you will not get into trouble. They had cornered you. People have been frustrated from one corner to another, including everyone. Always doubt yourself. It's always important for any decision that you make to doubt yourself. That means if you can doubt yourself, do you have to trust your people? No, you don't have to trust. If you cannot trust yourself, never trust yourself on matters of public significance. You will put your proposal and then throw to your men, trick them that somebody is telling me to do this and this. This man is ruining me. And then you listen to their suggestions. If it is something good, they will tell you that person is right. If it is something wrong, they will tell you that person is a mad person. If they say that person is a mad person, then you know you are a mad person when you are doing a presentation of such a thing. So that thing should be bad. Don't tell them it is your suggestion. Tell them it is somebody who is proposing. Can we go this way? Always doubt even your mind. Thank you. My names are Machuka Nyareko. Kindly continue subscribing for more information. Thank you.